Tekinawa, Tekinawa, Manjari Yoko, Manjari Yoko, Sumo Ikolua, Gay Dikiao, Tama, Gay Dikiao, Tama, Tekinawa, Tekinawa, Manjari Yoko, Manjari Yoko, Sumo Ikolua. Suna Ikolua, Geidikia, Tama, Geidikia, Tama. Well, in case you don't know, speaking in tongues, the Christians speak it. Well, I wasn't speaking in tongues, I was actually speaking Kanuri. That is the language of the vice president of Nigeria. Lahaju shit, man. So, but yeah, I can't think the form of stress. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, now welcome to On Our Politics. This part of the show is solely dedicated to American politics. All eyes on America now. All eyes. Everywhere there is a modern civilization, or I should say Western civilization, which is pretty much, well, we can over the at least 90% of the world right now, will be affected in this coming election, directly or indirectly. Now, affected here, no means the life will, I don't know, continue again, or, you will feel it. But the world we live on today, 2024, is more entangled like Nigeria, as Nigeria is intermarried. And we are that intertwined now in the global community. So that's why the American election is so very important. So we'll take it from a very satirical angle. But things are heating up. Where do I start from? Do I have to start from Iowa or Colorado? Or maybe Chicago itself? In case you're wondering why Michelle Obama is in the picture. We'll get to that. One cannot help now that since if you live in America or if we consume the American news, about phone, podcasts, mainstream media, just internet or reading books, especially books that have been written within the last year. Now, you can tell that yes, things are serious now. And some will say the mega trend, the Donald Trump trend, the American first trend had just left the station without last stride or historical victory in Iowa. But I have a big question to ask. Will the two big dogs get to the finish line? Yes, the train, the mega train has left the station. Will it get to the finish line? Will it get to the destination? Politically speaking, in this case, it means will Trump get to the White House or head into the big house? Or the same question too to the other opposition leader, Joe Biden. What is the probability that he's going to get to the finishing line? Will Michelle Obama be the lady of the day? Can Desantis hang in long enough? These are all the questions that we'll try to get to within the next hour. So sit tight and let's go. The MAGA train. Maybe we'll start from we'll start from Colorado. Colorado, in case you are not following the news, 2 weeks ago, the state of Colorado came out to say they are not going to have Donald Trump on the ballot. I think I should say maybe I should start from 1860 anyway. Let me connect that. The state of Colorado, in case I don't know where Colorado is, shout out to Mama HO. That's the state. That I said that. I think I need to get her opinion on this. How do they arrive at that point where they will say Donald Trump will not be on the ballot? They don't want him on the ballot. Mama HO should know better because they spoke for her as a resident of Aurora, Colorado. Mama HO, if you hear this, get ready. I will attack you with this question anytime I meet you. Anyway, Colorado and about 14 other states, I believe, are saying we are not going to have Donald Trump on the ballot. And everywhere went crazy. The Republicans, talkheads, content creators, news, they were ballistic. Now everybody become expert. Different interpretations. That's what is going to happen. Can they do that? Can a state do that? Is that, it do that? Pa, para, popi, pa, pa, pa. Why the Democrats are saying, yeah, gotcha, we gotcha. He deserves it. He's a dictator. He hates democracy. Blah 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 blah. But one thing we go need to understand, we Nigerians, and that's why I actually really want to go to Iowa to bring us past and close to the similarity how we we get our own and where we are likely going to end up as we move with our own democracy, right? With this system of governance that we chose. To understand what is happening to Trump in terms of Colorado, Maine, and a few other states who are tightening their belt to make sure he no appear for their ballot paper for their on the election, for their polling booth. Now people could wonder how come how is states we have that power to say somebody will not be on the ballot. And again, those people who don't understand why we always compare Nigerian politics, Nigerian system them to American people, they will begin to say, see, yeah, that cannot happen in Nigeria. Blah 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 blah. That's why we should not say they are the Nigeria and America the same. Don't compare to Nigeria and American politics. Blah 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 blah. I with the Lagos State can say the no go put will be on the ballot paper. Or can we can still say the one who put Atiku or we will put Bola Tinubu on the blah blah blah. Right? Uh, People don't read. We can put it like that. This, I can't accuse anybody that for not knowing history because they don't teach all of us, even the Americans. Yeah, we would. But people don't read. If they read, they will understand that America is practicing what they call dual sovereignty. Right? And before you conclude, you say, then why will you say it's the same thing that Nigeria is practicing? On paper, we are supposed to be doing something similar. Why do I use something similar? On paper, in Nigeria, we have the federal, state, and the local government. They are supposed to be operating autonomously, which is what dual sovereignty is all about. So now state they in charge of electoral process, that of America. And that is because clearly they were able to define and put into practice that dual sovereignty. Means that the average citizen his day-to-day way of life, the day-to-day survival depends on the immediate environment. You are loyal to your family first, second to your community, then your state, then for the federation. And that's exactly how it should be. Means you now you go determine who you go vote for to be your president. Yes, there are two political parties, the parties in America now. I will get to that where because after the state primaries, right? I will explain why states they do their primaries. Because of that they do a sovereignty. Now let me not way too far from dual sovereignty. Why I think we the Nigerians, we the Nigerian people need to fight, we need to organize, we need to push for that to make sure every state has its own autonomy, just like what we are doing now. Now, one will say, well, what is the benefit to this? Easy. Take a sip of water. As I'm about to do it, we'll get there. So those who are familiar with American Constitution should also, or those who are familiar with what we call the Federalist Paper. The Federalist Paper actually break the American Constitution down. The Federalist Paper actually replaced the Article of Federation when America was in 1776. I mean, right? You know, the National Convention. I wrote a brand new constitution to replace the Article of Federation. So the breakdown of that constitution is what they call a Federalist Paper, where Alexander Hamilton, uh, Alexander Hamilton of New York, James Madison of Virginia, and John Doe, who pretty much were credited for the Article of Federation, more or less, well, which explain in details why we have the American, how we come to have the American of today. The whole idea of making sure they have dual sovereignty is to avoid what they call sorry no make I put it let me go let me let me take a step back when they were when they fought for their independence, when America fought for their independence, we negotiated for our independence. I keep saying that. When America fought for their independence, for the British, the same thing, just like us, when they fought the British, they were just about 13 colonies then, small and big. They get small, or majority of them were small states, small states like Maine, like Rhode Island. Those are mushroom states. That I can compare to the likes of Texas, the likes of. Do we even have Texas at that time? Yes. So it was kind of a small 13 colonies when they come together and fight for their independence. One thing they set out to make sure are they never they do away to completely is the system of governance. We did not do away with the system of governance that our colonizers, you know, force us to adopt or train us to master however we want to have that conversation. So they make sure they do away with their system of governance where the rulership, the British monarch was pretty much the emperor, you know. So getting their independence, they begin to say, okay, come on. I think that's what led to the revolution in the first place because we don't talk about the revolution that brought the independence of America. We talk about the French Revolution. We always make reference to the recent ones, the Arab Springs, and the rest. But the American Revolution is one revolution that, to me, the most successful revolution to date. I mean, if America is what it is today, you have to give it to the founders, the founding father. Well, the Americans never forget about the founding fathers anyway. So that's to tell you how important that revolution. That revolution, they fought that revolution because they were fed up of heavy taxation. And that's pretty much what they happened with what happened to the Niger people that pretty much they have no say in everything they being control from France, the likes of Burkina Faso, Mali, and the rest, right? That is coming to learn to our public consciousness now because of what is happening there. That was exactly what the Americans were fed of. The American colonies were fed of when they took harm. They mobilized harm, organized, and fight to finish to make sure say the British leave them alone. And when they succeeded, uh, about 10 years later, after they actually get their independence, wrote the article of freedom and all that kind of stuff, they have to come back. They have to actually come say, come on. If we don't come together and actually put out, find a way to strengthen ourselves, but ultimately have a very strong federation, these same people, the British, will come back again and be with us. And behold, they did. I think about 10 years later, Washington was attacked because their concern was the British will come back, the French who are neighboring just the Spanish who are just right around the corner in the Gulf of Mexico, the Spanish in Canada, then through also Florida. So they were kind of also conscious, say, come on, these people will come back again and attack us to get to take what we have now. And again, that speaks a lot towards Tunanja. Shout out to Tunanja. When Nigeria is always paranoid about the military. That they will call on us one day and nothing will be do there. They say they for us to do the military, right? But what the Americans did at the eve of their independence was to come together, and that's where this article of federation and the Federalist paper come to play. That's where they gathered in Philadelphia for about 6 months. drinking and just going head to head with ideas and you know till the constitution that we have today was born out of that. Now, and true, Washington DC was attacked and they had to do what they did to make sure they overcome all that again. But now, and that's where I think it was James Madison that actually was credited to was credited with that aspect of dual sovereignty. He said the everyday American is loyal to his or her family first, the community, that's the immediate community, before the federation. So for that reason, the daily survival, the economic survival, how that person will live should be solely the responsibility of the immediate government, which is the state, which is more even the county, what we call the local government, right? But in terms of financial policy, the navy, foreign policy, defense, and all that should be the focus of the federal government. And one reason why they also make sure it's like that, they were scared of a tiny group of people that will come in the name of democracy, which is majority carry the hijack government. Which one can argue that that's exactly what is happening today, not just in America, but in Nigeria, whereby now interest, group of now interest, and then they hijack power now. Those who get money fast. Exactly one we can say the likes of when we begin to hear Kaba don't hijack Kaba. This is exactly what the founding fathers of America envisions they come. The idea of democracy, the winner take it, the majority take it, is dangerous. Now, before you begin to see the way the system that the Americans avoided, which is that of the British, what is different? The British the British actually govern the power is shared between three tiers, right? The royal family has enormous power. Then the aristocrats, which are the House of Lords, who represents House of Lords. Then the everyday British people is the represents the House of Commons. And one can actually say it's pretty much the same thing with that of America. We have the president, the executive, the legislative, and all those crap, right? But the difference here is the Americans say no. We don't want to have these kings bullshit and all those rich people, whatever. Or instead, we want to derive the power from the people. And a lot of people were actually saying that just, baba. At the end of the day, I see who those who hold their sides. Even before now, landowners, the rich people, and then they actually determine who govern the society. So why are we talking about all this when we are still in Colorado? Now, if we go back to the election of 1860 that brought Abraham Lincoln, the most successful third-party candidate in the history of America, was named the first elected president of the Republican Party. Now, when they formed Republican Party, 1856, 4 years later, I mean 1854, 6 years later, he becomes the president. I mean, that is Abraham Lincoln. Why is that important to this election? That's what they are doing to Donald Trump. During that election, those pro slavery, those who still want to give it, especially states, the southern states refuse to put Abraham Lincoln on their ballot, just like what Colorado are doing. Lincoln represents the abolition. So they were so angry. They come, this guy will win. He will do what exactly is campaigning on. The guy know they own their ballots but throughout the southern state. But he still pulled out the victory with the 39%. Automatically that victory led to the Civil War 3 years later. And he got shot and killed while in office. Big parties in the election. So a lot has happened before. And it's pretty much about to repeat itself for that are the killings and all that. But I'm not talking about that. But I'm just saying Trump can still pull it off if they allow him win the ticket. While I'm using the word if they allow him, we'll get to that. So it doesn't matter if 15 states see them go put down for their ballot polls for their states. Doesn't really matter. They can still pull it off. It has happened before. It can still happen again. And don't forget, it's not necessarily majority carry the votes, which boiled down to what the likes of James Madison envision. A group of people cannot just come and hijack a and use the idea of a majority to take over power, which is exactly what is happening today. But they try, that is what it was everything is all about to checkmate, right? You can say the cabal, take it back to Nigeria, the cabal, the hijack PDP, the hijack APC, and use it to get to power. So, but Trump is facing about 91 criminal civil case, whatever charges. The probability I going to get him, one of those is going to get him is pretty much 100%. So that's why I asked that question, will he get to the finish line? So we are in a time whereby nobody knows what is going to happen, and anything can happen. Stand the chance of winning if we go all the way, but if we did let him go all the way. And I think that's where Santos Santos, governor of Florida, actually DeSantis can actually hang on for the long run. He came a distant second in Iowa. Distant second. Can he maintain the second position in New Hampshire? Before we get to that, let's talk about Trump twin brother, the current president Joe Biden, who everybody is turning against him. When I mean everybody, his party is pretty much 100% against him. I've never seen anything like that. You just need to take a peep into the PDP talkers, media, and content creator. You see they are 100% in what I call against the old man. I pity the old man, you know. So he's not going to make it. What I mean, he's not going to make it. They don't go allow. They will justify. Yeah, Jimmy Diamond, right? China Chase came out to say, well, Trump is most of Trump is saying is right, even though he doesn't agree with what he's saying, how he's saying it. Bill Ackman, the Ackman, where singularly carry every league put for here, fired all their president one at a time. Donated 1 million to Dean Phillips. That's a lot. That's another candidate and democratic that people don't talk about because the democratic media, I don't know what makes it here. The congressman from Minnesota and from Minneapolis who's been services 2015, if I'm not mistaken. He step aside, say it's not going back. and declared to run to challenge Biden for the ticket. The Ackman, the famous, the dreaded the Ackman, a fire or the IVD gets. Drop 1 million for the man already. So that says a lot that Baba may not get to the finish line before they go push him out. Now, if they push him out, let's say they succeed, it's not going to win. They convince him not to go again, however they want to do it. But that I am 100% sure they will not let him get to the finish line. But let's say they let him get to the finish line, can he defeat Donald Trump? Yes. You know, do it before. But most importantly, Democrats are already in the future, man. I ain't gonna lie. The Democrats are in the future. They don't play. They are on their game in terms of they know where and where to control. They are occupy the boardrooms, media. I mean, these guys, this pop culture, they have it locked down. So I don't write them off, regardless of who they have on the ticket. They can do wonders. But pushing Baba out to be grandpa now, to the eyes of an average Democrat, the eyes of average American, the next person that have the right of refusal is the vice president, which is Kamala Harris. Ah, if Hillary Clinton no fit go out, they do allow. I don't know where Harris, because she is not popular at all. But other than that, yes, another woman of color. Yes, I said that because this election is a thick of identity politics, tribalism everywhere. Not necessarily racism. No, I won't say that. But identity of all sorts is springing up. Now, so how do you make why you I don't envy Kamaris because there is another woman out there who is more popular than not just than her, but as far as I'm concerned, the most popular Democrat right now outside Barack Obama is Michelle Obama. So how do you kill the conversation of the vice president Kamala Harris? Is to bring somebody who is a woman of color but more popular than her. Easy. Michelle Obama will fill any stadium, just like Donald Trump. These are two rock stars. Oh, but it is sweet. So before you criticize me, cut my head, I don't know what I'm talking about. You guys don't smoke. You don't know what it is. Just easy, easy on me. We are just getting started, right? She's in the conversation. Now, one would say, oh, being a conspiracy theorist. I don't know. I'd rather see myself as a scientific theorist, right? Because you see, you don't know distance back. If you go study how her husband Barack Obama they pulled it off, you can see their traces, their elements, yeah, this, like the same playbook. What do I mean by that? If I remember clearly, Barack Obama introduced, was it John Terry? Barack Obama become president in 2006. 2006. Mhm. Yeah, pretty much. Speak of 2007. But period to that time, the convention that this is that he was the one that introduced. I think it was Agor. I mean, it was Agor, the president, the nominee of Democrats then that eventually George Bush won. 4 years later, he became the nominee. All right. Michelle Obama was the star speaker. Was the speaker that introduced Joe Biden 4 years ago. Uh, but aside all these statistics, all these things that I'm putting before us, the Democrat convention is going to be held in Chicago. I will need to get to that Republican national convention too because why each state they do their own primaries and some states they don't want that. Why some states no go do it. When we get to the national convention, that's where all the states will now convene and declare and announce who they are supporting, which is now the consensus come together to oh this person will and all that kind of thing. But we'll get to that point. Now still is with it. We still the state level why how the primary is kind of the Democrats are not going to do primary because Baba still won't go and they don't want to let them go. But so they know they have their own way of getting who they want. Now back to Michelle Obama. So another thing that you have to pay attention to, as I said, the convention is going to be held in More Chicago. Come on now. No brainer, right? But she is the most populous woman alive today. Just like before Obama declared for his own running, he wrote book, My Father, whatever, whatever, about two books. The same thing with Michelle Obama. You just need to follow the launching of those books, the signing of those books, nationwide and worldwide, for you to know that this woman has what it takes and she knows what she's doing. She will fill up a stadium anytime, any day, just like Donald Trump. So I am sticking to my guns that Michelle Obama will be the nominee of the Democrats. I'm still starting to be wrong, but I know a lot of people are looking at the California man, Gavin Newsom. That's another star. I'm not ruling out, but the odds are higher with Michelle Obama at this point. I'm likely going to see Michelle Obama around Desantis if they decided to kick the two old men out. Now, how is that? I dey laugh because the more I think of this Michelle Obama offer and what she can do, how popular she is, the more I don't think people actually understand who this woman is, how popular, how loved in the pop culture she is. You just imagine say this woman, her first tour, na she and Beyonce. Oh my God. Oh Lord, I thought we go understand. We go understand him. This is say no be Igbo smoke. She is popular. Nobody can deny that fact. She's anywhere she goes. She she has it. She's clean. But most importantly, she no get any record that you can actually attack. So that leave you with two options. Any criticism you push towards her, they would push her, they will combat her say you are being a sexist or a racist because she's a woman and she's black. My lord. How You go spend time dey explain. According to Burna Boy, you go explain tire. So you have to think harder, work harder to criticize your opponent who is popular, who has no public record in terms of being in the public office before now, that you can actually attack. Huh. God bless us in around the Santos, who already they don't package better criticism in terms of how they govern in Florida regarding critical race theory, regarding the LGBT community and all that. So, my brother, oh my God, if what I'm thinking is what we are going to see, it's going to be a blockbuster. It will be the most covered, most talked about election in history if we have Michelle Obama and Randy Santos. But hey, this is just me. It could be Randy Santos and Gavin Newsom. It could be Nikki Haley, who is pretty much also gaining traction, and a lot of Republicans are seeing her as also a Democrat. So we don't know. But my odds, I am strongly seeing Michelle Obama and DeSantis. And again, before you write Michelle Obama out, as I said, put a lot into consideration. She is popular. She is loved. She has no controversy. Nothing for you to attack. But, and it is going to be very difficult for you to criticize her. It was easy for them to eat Hillary out, like Chua, because that she was a senator, she was secretary of state, she's so it was easy for them to take Hillary Clinton down. You cannot take Michelle Obama down easily like that. As I said, every criticism where they will redirect it as if you are being a racist or being a sexist. And trust me, God bless her. She is well rounded, she's educated, and she knows how to talk. She is very persuasive. And she is very, very persuasive. More than Obama himself, if you ask me. We have a little bit of test of her temperament when she makes that phrase, when they go low, we go what? High. That is a woman that say, you know what, I'm not going to give in to this typical stereotype that we are always emotional. Boom! How do you fight that kind of candidate who media are going to be 100% solidly behind that? And the Democrats are, as far as I'm concerned, today in America, 75 to 80% of the media is under Democrat control. So, Lord have mercy to somebody like Ron DeSantis who is not whose personality is not public personified. It's not Donald Trump. Donald Trump can find a way to destroy Michelle Obama and in a way succeed because you understand the media game. And hey, it's Donald Trump. And that's another reason why I don't think they will let him get to that point in the finish line. Because he can destroy anybody. He has what it takes to take anybody down, politically speaking. So that's another reason why I think they will not let him get to the finish line. Now just imagine Ron DeSantis and Michelle Obama on the debate stage. Jesus freaking Christ. Woo! I don't know. God damn. It's like this. I think like this movie is even getting more interesting. It's going to be more interesting than I think it's going to be. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Hoo, hoo, hoo. It was sweet. are getting pretty interesting. But again, let's say this my little conspiracy. No go as I put them down. We have the two big dogs, the two old men. They going strong. That one, I think that's what Atiku is praying for. Oh my God! All these men, where they born 30s and the 40s, I think, right? 30s and any of them see them born the 20s, 30s, early 30s, late 30s, and early 40s. These men, they don't agree. Atiku go dey one corner, they look, they pray, they can't make these two old men succeed, oh, so that he go fit make him case stronger. Oh God. What a time. What a time. What a time to be alive. What a time. This man hold power for 60 years strong. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not that old like that. I don't know. Okay. Before na individual they hold power long like that, like the Stalins of these days, the Mao of these days will stay for power for like 10, 20, 30 years. Well, we still have the Pobia of today, the Museveni, Pobia of Cameroon, and the Museveni of Uganda who are putting in decades in power. But back to these octogenarians, if the two Babas succeed get to the finish line, I think we will say, yeah, yeah, yeah. Here we go. But that's not the case. I don't know. I don't see the possibility of these two men getting to the finish line. This they will kick them out or they will drop out. And here we now have, if anybody is actually following, the young guy called Vivek Ramaswamy, my lord, that guy is good. I ain't gonna lie, he good. The guy is good. 38 years old, but oh lord, that motherfucker is a star. He is a star. And the guy can join America friends. Him and Donald Trump on the campaign trail. Oh Lord. Ooh. This is a nation. It's the mother of all the election that is going to turn out to be. One thing I notice, the more I travel around America, see local people, talk to local Americans, black, white, pink, young, old, but the rural Americans, they're ready. What are they ready for? Shit, anything. They are going out there to vote, that I know. And they are going to defend their votes to the last minute. That's what I can tell from what I see from everyday Americans. They are, everybody is 100% in for whoever he wants to vote for. Clarity has never been this clear to them. Those who are going for Donald Trump, they are so clear on why they want to go for Donald Trump. Gone are the days where they go to stammer, they don't know what it is. They were so bombarded with media propaganda about the man, and the man too is not helping, is also giving. Gone are those days. The real and average Donald Trump followers is clear, he or she is clear why he or she wants to cast his vote for Donald Trump. And this was clear in Iowa. Iowa was freaking negative 17 degrees.
I understand how that feel. I don't live for North Dakota. I know one negative 17 degrees feels. That shit is not fun. I remember the day where I cried as an adult. Only me, I did cry. I cry. I shed tears. I did shout like small pikin. Now because of cold. Oh my god. So negative 17 degrees it is not in case if you did Nigeria you or you never experienced that kind of cold before. Just imagine say your freezer, the freezer where you dey use for your house take dey freeze stuff is at 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 30 degrees Fahrenheit. That is the freezing temperature. Now we are having negative 17 degrees. It is cold. Why am I bring pointing the making emphasis on that is that Donald Trump voters, those guys still came out and show house. They gave him 51% of the total votes. That is something. And if I want to go by what Yang, the man who ran for president under Democrats 24 years ago, 2020, but he no make out to the he dropped out. Said he's the first person to win young people's vote in Iowa, Caucus. Why? Because majority of those people who vote in Iowa Caucus are older people, 50 and beyond, and most of them are legacy media consumers. So for old people to come out in that freezing temperature that they have never experienced before, that is coldest has ever been almost over 100 years, and show out for Donald Trump like that, that tell you, say, man, the average Donald Trump voter is ready for any goddamn thing. Nothing where you go tell them again. The idea, see, and that's where the Democrats are still getting it wrong, as far as I'm concerned. The idea that Donald Trump is a dictator, he is an Hitler, he is going to do this. That is not going to fly. Because the reality is that Donald Trump is not Hitler. And America is not Germany. And God damn well this is 2024, not 18 whatever. So the idea they keep pushing that narrative, it's not working. And the fact that Donald Trump is able to turn himself to a victim of all the lawsuits is something they are not seeing. The more you wire this man lawsuit, the more he's raising more money, the more his followers are saying that you are after him. This is political witch hunt. So at this point, I don't think there's nothing they can do again to dissuade his followers from not going all the way. That's why I keep saying that they no go allow get to the finish line. If we get to the finish line, ain't nobody gonna take him down. I don't care if you bring Michelle Obama, whoever that person is, he will destroy that person. And that's why I say he won't get there. So they will bring somebody, they will find a way to ease him out. One of these lawsuits will get armed. I am pretty sure he will get to it. And the way that pathway will ease him out and bring the nearest person for Michelle Obama to destroy. Because you understand, they could not necessarily do Donald Trump anything first time only because he has no record. So I can't wait. I just it's becoming interesting. intrigue, tension everywhere. But as I said, people are ready to vote. People are saying Donald Trump will go jail. I've been arguing against that since past 3 years. It's not going anywhere. And the only reason I was saying that is that in a white man kingdom there are no rules, man. What do I mean by that? You now be everybody they go jail. Hey, that guy no fit. So we are in for a treat. We are in for a treat. Every day intention is mounting on the Democrats to do something about their candidate. Every day. I know every day. I know. But again, this is a game of new money and old money. The tech guys and the oil guys. It's a case of no people father and sons there. It's pretty much getting becoming father and grandson. So this man because that oh their grand and their grandkids now then be tech millionaires and billionaires who are giving their sleepless nights. Who are giving them run for their money. I be person like second bank who qualified to as grandchild to buy the house. Wow. So that's why when I say when I dey see na Atiku go be the next president after Tinubu, you say oh you go to y'all are not paying attention. You guys are not paying attention at all. Who wants to stop and do? You guys spend money to start out people if na only your disagreement dey do then you don't get you. That's exactly about the Democrats. If you by this point you're only attack against Donald Trump is because he's a dictator, doesn't like the democracy. I mean, that shit ain't gonna fly. He ain't gonna fly. That's it. You still what happened in Iowa. That's the same man. They need to find another story. But I think they need to find another person. I'll see where anybody is there. I really want to see how they go take Vice President Obama. It will be interesting. Yeah. Hey, so wait. Jimmy Diamond, who is also, oh no, B. Ackman are Democrats, and he went hard on all the heads of all these grooming institutions, grooming center them. All the head of every league and he succeeded. But he's a Democrat and he's supporting the Phillips. Are we seeing a divided Democrat with it? Well, maybe new teams. I think they split over this Bernie Sanders, but the money bands were on Joe's side, so that's why the effect they just get the young people followership talking about Bernie Sanders. But in this case, if the money bags are not going to be on Barack, Michelle, and Obama side, we now have the pop culture. Ha, I don't know, man. Why are they for Democrats? I wish anybody can explain to me better. So I don't believe they will come out of this victorious. I mean, well, let me know that I don't believe in those guys. As I said, mm, their infrastructure tight. They have young money. If they run a good race, and guys are really game. I really game. And you understand now? I drop up and endorse Trump sharp sharp and Trump bring him into mega family sharp sharp and the relationship is causing spinning heads already out there in the media. People are recommending him for vice president position, but that's a strong character. As far as I'm concerned, that's what Nikki Haley is also fighting for too. Or maybe he foresee that the Democrats are going for Michelle Obama, so they will really want to make it a women affair contest. You think he will get? I don't think Republicans are ready. Even though I still believe Republican will be the first party to produce female president in America, if that's going to happen at all in our lifetime. But I don't think it's make it. Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, came out and said that both parties were trying to, at a point, asking him to come around for presidency. That's another clue to say that these two old men are not going to be allowed to get to the finish line. Desperate search for younger president. But again, if these two old men get to the finish line, Trump is the next president. Well, again, Democrats. I know the Democrats are ahead of the game, man. They're already in the future because they have the upper hand when it comes to technology. They have the upper hand when it comes to media. They have the upper hand when it comes to the boardrooms. They have the upper hand when it comes to education. God damn. Only place I know that the Republican have power is law. They have upper hand is law enforcement. They have upper hands. Um, uh, Oil and gas industry. Um, um, NRA. Um, from Democrats, that's why they were able to pull it off or take them and chop out easy, not easy, but you want. So I don't know. It's becoming clear as Donald Trump will get it. We didn't let him get to that point. It's the conversation. This is where we are. With all the lawsuits rolling over the year, they will get down. Maybe he has to take a deal. Last time he could take a deal. He pardon. But I don't know. But let's even put that. Let me look beyond that. Let's say he get the ticket and he gets convicted and is in jail. That's another where dual sovereignty has to come in place. If na federal, one of the federal crime na him do am well. Once they swear him, na him then get am jail am for. Once they swear am him, he can pardon himself. But if na state convict am, just like state of Georgia, state of New York that are going after him, especially that state of Georgia, which there's an animosity between him and the leadership in Georgia already because of last election. What is going to happen? See, that's where dual sovereignty, why state autonomy is very strong. The Georgia can decide to say we are not going to release him. He will serve his term. But I understand there will be a bigger conversation with the national interest first. They will persuade them to let him go. But again, you should pay attention to why dual sovereignty is very important, why states having their own autonomy is very important. It also speak to what I've been saying at the beginning of all this brand. People who are celebrating that Donald Trump is being sued and all that kind of stuff. So what is the point if this man can still be in jail and still be able to contest, and if he win, he can still govern? So what is the freaking point of all this if not a distraction? It's turning out to be like that. So if I'm telling you that Michelle Obama will be Democrat flag bearer, but I believe it. You can say, oh, I think Nazo Konkozo go away, but you know we. All right. However you want to say. I tell you so. But again, the MAGA train has left the station. The American first is alive, as a Republican will say. To tell you how this game is ruthless, rich. How this game hard. If you don't get money, forget it. As loved and accepted as it Robert F. Kennedy is, being the third party candidate. Nobody is talking about now. They don't block him out. Not that they block him out, they buy him out. Then buy all the advertisement the media stays out. You don't hear about him. But anytime you hear about him in the post or anywhere, you can tell he's going strong. People like it. It will probably pull up to like 15, up to like 19 to 20, 21% of the vote off, but alive. And you know, we have for any CNN, Fox, or anywhere. Not at this time. The game don't die. It's becoming real now. Moving on, Michelle Obama, papa, grandfather, na preaching captain. That means na world party leader. Na world party leader back in the days in Chicago. You go say, oh, so how would that make her president? How that they contest with this? Well, I'm just saying that she's not a novice. She's building a movement on the ground. She was in Ghana, been a very recently. I don't say she to Africa with the Oprah. They were everywhere. But you hardly see the footage of those places we then go. That's another thing. Somebody who is pretty much the leader of pop culture go out there to do stuff like that and you hardly see them anywhere. As far as I'm concerned, there's a reason. It's not the right time. Not the right time. 4 or 5 months from now, you could begin to fireworks. Another thing we need to pay attention to. You see how much they've spent already in Iowa. The Republicans are alluding to the fact that between Ron DeSantis, Nikki Haley, and Vivek, they don't spend close to 250 million just for Iowa caucus alone. The leaked audio that came out from what's his name, Chris Christie, the former governor of New Jersey, who dropped out about a week ago from the race, was caught on video on audio saying that Nikki Haley has spent over 60 million as of last week. In Iowa alone, Ron DeSantis 50 million. Um, I think him they spent about 18 million. That was last week. Just Iowa Republican primaries, ladies and gentlemen. Wanting to say further, that is just Iowa. The registered Republican there are not up to a million, not even up to 500,000. I think it's about 100 and something. How much do you think they're going to spend in New Hampshire? Going to the convention, how much do you think is going to be spent? Then after the candidate gets his ticket, how much do you think is? We're talking about billions of dollars. And you tell me that now your vote to count, that you are the one making the president. Nobody talks about how much Donald Trump don't spend. We're not talking about him. We're talking about the MAGA movement, the America First movement. So we see how the life of Kanye. In the Republican Party, anyway, to be fair, not just Michelle Obama that is in the race. We have Dean Phillips. I talked about Dean Phillips of Minnesota, St. Paul, former congressman. There's this lady who declared for herself. I forgot her name. She's been running for a couple of times now. She's way down before, so um, Gavin Newsom, California governor. Start. So, but as far as I'm concerned, Michelle Obama has is easier to sell among these people. She's more popular, well loved across the world, not just America, you know. Never really got into any scandal to that stays in the White House. Unless you have to go back down deep by childhood where nobody know maybe she's something else. But she's 60 years old today, by the way. Happy birthday, Michelle. Not 60 years today. I see Barack Obama. It all in timeline. So, in case you are missing where my theory stands on Michelle Obama, why she might be the likely flag bearer of the Democrats. So I said, from the way things are looking, Biden will be fizzle out. I don't think he will make it to the finish line. And the next person in line will be Kamala Harris herself. But as we all know, she's not popular. She's not that well loved. But even if she is, the question will be: is there anybody out there who is more popular? And the answer is yes. And that person is Michelle Obama.
No, there's no comparison. She is the most populous woman right now in the world. In the America, no over exactly, but in America, outside even the Beyonces and what's her name, Taylor Swift of today. That woman will hold us. That woman will fill up a stadium, any stadium, easily. And she's not going to like what to talk about. So again, she has no public record that you can attack. Every criticism that will be directed at her will be seen as what as an attack. Being a woman and a woman of color. As I said, the only person that can take her down, that can destroy her, is Donald Trump and get away with it. I don't see any other candidate that will face her can actually go toe to toe with her and able to navigate that thin line between criticism and attack. Between criticism, yes, and attack. Vivek would have been able to do it, but he's gone. Excuse. Trump can do it, but I don't think Trump is going to get to the finish line, politically speaking. So if you put Ron DeSantis side by side with Michelle Obama, it's over. She will destroy Ron DeSantis. And if you before you say, "Oh, that's not enough," the media is behind her. They are in control. The Democrats are in control pretty much of the media. So God bless you. If you say Michelle Obama, he did not contribute to, hasn't, he doesn't know anything about economy. Oh my Lord, they will twist it. Or is it because it's a woman that she doesn't know economy? Or is it a black woman that she thinks too? They will run everything you say. But as I said, the only person who can say damn it and still destroy her and still get away with it is Donald Trump because he is good at it. So if you are looking from that perspective, I don't see anyone that will can beat Michelle Obama to the ticket. Can she bring the vote? Yes. The pop culture she has is that she's 60 years today as we speak, but she doesn't look it, right? Not that she look, forget about the look, she doesn't even act it. So, hmm. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you can think about Gavin Newsom. You cannot compare California to any Republican state. Obama is the most influential Democrat as we speak today. So just compare that power. The man is influential. That means he can easily get anybody to write check to support the cause. Michelle Obama is a pop icon. She has what it takes to mesmerize the crowds to be on her side. Democrats, which they will be representing, have the media house on their side, have the schools board on their side to some extent, Hollywood on their side, Silicon Valley on their side, Wall Street on their side. Oh my God, the streets, the street, they get out. Ah, Jesus Christ. I don't know, man. I don't know. I hear this Democrat, they have to something incredible. I don't trust them. If they're pulling up the way I'm saying it, oh my Lord. Hmm. How do you sell Desantis against Michelle Obama, against Gavin Newsom, against Dean Phillips? How? It will be a struggle. That's not going to be easy. Now, selling DeSantis against Biden, that will be easy. Good. How do you sell Nikki Haley against Joe Biden? I don't think. Nikki Haley. Nah. How do you send Nikki Haley against Michelle Obama? Now that's a tough one. Now that's a tough one. That is a tough one. Michelle Obama can talk story of how our parents, our grandparents were this, were that, were this, were that. God damn well Nikki Haley can tell you, hey, hey, hey. I can relate. I can relate, sister. I can relate. So now, on the other hand, Nikki Haley has records as a governor of South Carolina, an ambassador to the UN under Trump, with all the bullets has been directed towards her from Vivek, Randy Sanders, and Trump already. So there's a lot that can go after her on. Public persona, public speaking. How do you convince people? How do you gather people who draw more crowd to their party more? Of course, Michelle will have the upper hand. talking about foreign policies and economy and the rest, I think Nikki, we have your power based on my experience. That is a good one, but I don't know. I don't think America is ready for that yet. For two female flag yet. I don't know. I don't think America is ready. I have the same feeling when Hillary Clinton was running. I knew America was not ready for me, female president. So I have the same feeling. But okay, Nikki Haley against Newsom. Newsom. Huh? Both of them will be governor from they'll be governors, former governors. One from the huge, bigger state, which is California. Governor Newsom. Why did that was more compared to California? It's a poor and small state, but with a lot of military power. So how do you sell these two people against each other? Yeah, yeah, Boza for Korea. They cannot. One is there. I don't know, man. I would see. But I think those will come out. Nikki Haley against the Phillies. The Phillies will come out. Um, Donald Trump. Donald Trump against Joe Biden. Donald Trump will come out. Trump. The Phillies. I think Donald Trump against everybody. Donald Trump against Obama interest. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to continue this series tomorrow. This because. Ciao.